Hi everybody, pattydooley here with Tupperware, and welcome to my Tupperware cooking channel, product channel, my own little personal world. Today I am going to do a recipe for you. I'm going to be using the mandolin, the smart steamer, and the power chef here. So we're going to be using quite a few. I'm not going to go into complete detail over every product here. I'll do other videos for that. But we are going to use all of this today just to show how fast and easy you can do stuff at home using the Tupperware products. And we're making a spinach arugula pesto and zoo noodles. And the zoo noodles are made with zucchini. And for that we're going to use the mandolin. And we're going to cook them in the steamer. If you haven't seen the mandolin, this is an awesome tool to have. You can slice, dice, crinkle cut, French fries, everything. I mean, you can do little triangle cuts and everything. And I'll try to do a video on that showing how you can do each cut. But right now we're going to use it to just do like little thin noodle slices with the zucchini. And on the sides here you'll see these knobs. These are to lock the blades in position and set the depth and everything like that. So for this particular recipe, I'm going to take and unlock the blades that stick up, and there's a 6 and a 9 and a lock. So we're going to use that. And then we're going to lower this particular part down so for the blade. And we're going to pull the knob out and turn, and you can just start to see the blades show in there. It calls for a 6 on the recipe, but I'm going to do a little bit smaller than that so they're a little bit thinner. And then it has a thing here that you use to protect your hands, and you always want to use this because these blades are like super sharp. And then it also comes with a chart that shows you how to do various cuts with it. And I'll do a video on that one day to show you how to actually use the mandolin. But to do the zucchini, I had cut the ends off, and it only calls for 2 decent sized zucchini. Or if you have your own garden and you have large ones, that would be fine too, you know. But we're going to set a little cutting board underneath here to catch the zucchini, which I need to turn it around this way because I'm working down from myself and not across. So I'm going to put the zucchini on the little guard here. And we're just going to put it on. Don't have to peel it. And it's going to go through those blades, and then it's going to cut down here in this other blade. And you can see, I mean, it just slices them right off. And what this is going to be is this going to be our noodles for our recipe. Now if you're a vegetarian, this is a great dish for that. I've got zucchini building up underneath there. And then of course you're going to get down to parts of it that you just can't, you never want to try to shove it through with your hands. Like I said, it's very sharp. So we're to a point that we just can't slice it. And you can chop this up with a knife and then finish using it up. And we're going to put our second one on here. I'm getting quite a bit of zucchini sticks underneath here. Now if you want to make these a little bit thinner, you can. You just simply adjust the depth of the blade here as to how thick you want it to cut. And this recipe is like super fast, really good for the summer or winter, any time of the year. And since I'm done with this, I'm going to take this top knob and put it all the way back to the lock position, and take this blade knob and put it back to the lock position, and we're going to set that aside. So you can see here we have our little zucchini noodles. Like I said, you can peel the skin off if you want. I kind of like it. And next we're going to cook these in the Smart Steamer. If you haven't seen the Smart Steamer before, I have other videos that you can check out on my channel. They're doing mini meatloaves and chicken and all sorts of recipes. And this you use to steam food in the microwave. It has the water tray, and then the bottom tray here, and then you can tandem cook with the top tray and then the lid. And what's about the steamer is it's actually metal encapsulated in the plastic, so when the microwaves hit it, this part here is bouncing off. It hits the water tray and heats up the water and actually steams up through the food. So you're cooking your food actually with steam and just not the microwave itself. So we're going to put our zucchini noodles in here. And we may use the top tray because that's a lot of zucchini noodles in that. So let's go ahead and use the top tray and sort of thin it out a little bit, because we want them all steamed well. You want them steamed to where they still have a little bit of crunch to them, but you know, not mushy done. So I'm going to pour some water in the bottom tray here, and the bottom tray calls for 1 1/3 cups of water up to the fill line. I'm just going to fill it up to that, and we're going to cook this, depending on the wattage of your microwave, anywhere from 2 to 5 minutes. You really don't want to go any longer than that, because then your zucchini noodles are going to get kind of mushy, so you still want some play in them. So I'm going to set this on for 3 minutes, and while this is cooking, we're just going to make the pesto. So I'll be right back. Okay, now to make the pesto. This pesto calls for arugula and spinach. If you haven't heard about the Power Chef, I've got videos on that as well. And it comes with the funnel, paddle, and a blade. Today we're using the blade. It has a 3-blade system. And we're going to be using the funnel on this. This is a pull cord engine, what we call it. So we're going to be using the funnel on this today. We're not going to need the paddle. And we're just going to, maybe 5 cups of loosely packed arugula and spinach. You can use like 3 cups of spinach and 2 cups of arugula, because arugula is kind of peppery tasting. I'm going to put this on. I still have more in there, and we're just going to give it, well, I've got it a little, you can overfill it, that's just what I did, is overfilled it. This real life, it's what happens. So we're going to try it this way. There we go. Has to be on that little knob on the inside. There we go. We're going to chop this down just a tad. And to that, I'm going to add the zest, or a half a lemon. And for the lemon, I cut off the little end, you know, the little pointed end, and just put that in here in our zester. And we're going to squirt that down in there, because the liquid helps it just pull easier. And this is our Tupperware zester and juicer. Set that right there. And to that, we're going to add some garlic, and I'm going to throw in a little bit of the sunflower seeds right now. We're going to give that a pull, and then we'll add the rest of the stuff. Okay, I think we can add a little bit more of the greens now. Try that. It's really chopping down here. We'll add a little bit more of the green. And you can hear the microwave is already done. I'm just going to let that set while we're doing this. And I'm going to put in about 1/4 teaspoon of salt. This calls for some cheese and stuff in it. And the cheese is a little bit salty itself, the Parmesan cheese. So I'm going to scrape off the rest of my sunflowers in here. Sunflower seeds. You could use pine nuts if you wanted. I would chop the pine nuts a little bit first before. And we're going to put about half the cheese in there. And this is really to get it started and going. Sometimes it just, too much in there again, I did. So let's pour a little bit of the oil. If it does that to you, it's okay. That means you have it packed a little bit. This is real life. There we go. Like I said, this is real life. Nothing is perfect. No, not every recipe I do here turns out perfect on the first try. So I'm going to scrape that down a little bit now. I'm going to put some more of the cheese in there and the rest of the sunflower seeds. If you hear that little noise around here, that's our dog running around. So we're going to put the funnel on now, and in one way the funnel is open in this position and the other way it's closed. And I'm going to pour the rest of the oil in here. That was about 1/2 cup of olive oil. And I'm going to turn this. Give it a couple of turns. And then I'm going to turn it so that it starts to drizzle down in there. And we're just going to pull and make our pesto. Let it drizzle a little bit faster. And you can control the amount of drizzle on just how far open you twist the funnel. And we're going to go ahead and get it all poured in there now. So we have all the olive oil in the thing, and I'm just going to take it off, do another little scrape down, get that in there. I can tell you it smells so good. And one little thing you can do with the pesto is you can make up your pesto and then take ice cube trays and put it in that and then freeze it. And you can use it all throughout the winter, you know, when you don't have spinach and basil and everything growing, you know, at your fingertips in the winter. So there is our pesto. Now you can taste it from here and add more salt if it needs it. Like I said, Parmesan cheese, you know, can tend to be salty, so I'd be a little bit careful. And now we're going to get the Zoodles out of the microwave. Okay. Always open the lid away from yourself because the steam, it hasn't steamed very long. It's steamed just enough to to really kind of like blanch it. And if you want it a little bit more done, you can put it back in there. But I'm going to take and go ahead and put this, you can see the steam coming out of the water, and put this on the plate. It still has crunch to it, but it's warm and it's a little bit softer. I'm going to save that little bit there. And then we're going to take some of the pesto and just put that over it. Take our tongs and really just sort of mix this around, get it over the noodles, zoo noodles. And like I said, if you're a vegetarian, this is a great recipe for you. I would pair this up with a light fish dinner, a light chicken dinner, some type of Mediterranean type recipe. And that looks good right there. So that is how fast it is to make the pesto and use the mandolin and use the steamer. Like I said, you can vary the time on the zucchini, cooking it in for noodles. If you want it a little bit softer, go ahead and cook it for like a whole 5 minutes. I really wouldn't go over 6. You can eat this warm or you can eat this cold. It'd be a great summer dish. But that is our zucchini with arugula and spinach pesto. So if you have questions about how to use some of the products or looking for recipes or anything else with Tupperware, always feel free to comment, contact me, follow me on Facebook at TW Pattydooley. I'll be happy to get with you. And at any time you're watching the videos, you can always comment and ask for a catalog brochure. I'll send you the latest ones that's going on. And I appreciate you watching, so like, comment, and share. And come back and watch some more videos. I'll be doing some more recipes soon. You have a great day. Bye-bye.